Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In Yoga Shastra, the importance is given to Prakriti. So, all the 8 limbs of the yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi, they are working on the matter, working on Prakriti. And there is a struggle that we should control this Prakriti. And after the Prakriti is controlled, what next? Then you get all the siddhis. And when the siddhis happen, we get caught up in the siddhis. There is a story, it is not just a imaginary but a historical one. There was a great saint in Maharashtra. His name was Changdev Maharaj. He lived for 1400 years. Before Christ, 700 years. And he had all the siddhis of the world. He could control anything at will. And when he heard about Sant Gyaneshwar, who was just a teenager, he thought of writing him a letter. When the question came, what to write? Should I write him respected, but he is younger than me? I am 1400 years and he is just a teenager. Should I write him like we address to the children? No, I can't because he is so great. Then he sent a blank paper as a letter. On that blank paper, Sant Gyaneshwar wrote him Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadeshsara. The Vedantic instructions were given. After he read that, he became totally nonplussed and came to meet with all the powers of his yoga, riding on a tiger, taking the snake in his hand, all wild animals walking with him. He has full control. And when he saw these young brothers, and he came and told Sant Gyaneshwar, please be my guru, give me instructions. Sant Gyaneshwar said, I am sorry, I cannot be your guru. He said, no, I came all the way. He said, no, my sister will be your guru. And his sister was 14 years old, 14. He was 1400 years old. And the story goes, those days there were no pakka houses like this, only thatch houses. So one day that 14-year girl in her that ordinary house, she was taking bath in her bathroom, you can call it. And she was without clothes. That time this 1400-year-old disciple came to take instruction from his guru. And when he saw her fully naked, he immediately closed his eyes, Krishna, 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 Shiva, 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 and he was returning back. So this girl who was his guru, she laughed loudly. So he stopped. Mother, why did you laugh? She said, when you see a cow without the clothes, do you close your eyes? When you see a cat without clothes, do you close your eyes? No. Why you are feeling so bad about it? Then she says, you have done so much of yoga, but your body identification is still intact. Therefore, like yesterday I told you, the first step on the spiritual path is freedom from body identification. See? But in the social circle, gender bias. In this world, predominantly of the male, ladies are always condemned useless. And the height of gender bias is what? Do you know that? Cow dung is holy. Now complete? Could you complete it? Cow dung is holy, bullshit is bad. See the gender bias. This is not spirituality. See? Otherwise, all the time the same rubbish talk. We have to recognize this basic step. Whatever we are doing or not doing, if it is leading to freedom from body identification, then we are on the right track. Otherwise not. See? It is for this purpose, yesterday we have seen how we attain freedom from body identification. And for that, the practice of asana was indicated. Now there is a second practice, that is called a pranayam. The pranayam is done, many people talk about so many things, but what is the purpose? What for we are doing it? Unless the purpose is clear, whatever we do, it will be only acrobatics. So the purpose is, we have to attain easiness in separating the mind and the body from each other. To understand this, take one example. Earlier, when we used to use the snail mail, the postal mail, now there is email, emotional blackmail. Earlier, it used to be snail mail. So we take the envelope and take the stamp from the post and taste it. And when it becomes wet, then you put it on the envelope and press it hard. And when you want to post it, then you realize, oh God, it is a wrong envelope. I should not have done it. Now, 10 rupees stamp will be destroyed. Then some wise man comes and says, no, don't do that. Put that envelope without the contents into the water. Give jala samadhi, put in the water. The net result will be the glue will be dissolved or it will be loosened. Then peel it off comfortably and reuse it. If this example is clear, in the bag of mind is the pumpkin of body. In the bag of mind is the pumpkin of body, and it is held together by the glue of prana. When prana goes out, the mind and the body are separated. There are three conditions in which body and the mind are separated. Condition number one, compulsion, called as death. Body dies, mind doesn't die. Second thing, under ignorance, in deep sleep, mind and the body, they are separated. In deep sleep, there is no mind. There is only life. And the third, when you learn what is the meaning of meditation. When we are living in meditation, that time we start living through the body and no more live as the body. When we live in meditation, we no more live as the mind, but we live through the mind. Living as the body means what? body identification, and everything pertaining to body becomes real for us. So I am man, woman, young, old, beautiful, awful, husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, in-laws, outlaws. Everything becomes real. But when I start functioning through the body, it is like an actor playing a role on the stage through his person without becoming that character. See? Once the person comes on the stage, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and the music and everything, and he acts and delivers his dialogue so powerfully, the whole audience is clapping. But in fact, he is not even an ordinary pati. Forget about Chhatrapati. But during that time, he acts as if he is Chhatrapati. So he is acting through the character without becoming that character, is it not? Exactly the same way. We have to function through the body. Don't live as the body. So how do we function through the body? Whatever role we have to play that role perfectly well and relax. Don't carry the burden of life on the head. That is meditation. See? One day one person went home and he knocked the door. Wife opened the door and he lifted his wife and was going towards the dining table. So she said, "Hey, what happened to you? You went for satsang. Was your Swami romantic or what in satsang?" He said, "No, he was not romantic." "Then why are you lifting me for the first time in your life?" He told, "You must carry your burden." Relax, relax, relax. Don't become serious. Meditation is not a punishment. Meditate. When you do meditation, you will suffer. When you live in meditation, you will enjoy life. We are born here to celebrate life, not calibrate. And this happens only because our mind has taken the hold of the body. Be attentive. You all must have done this thing when you go to airport. The phone is always in the hand. And if you have to fill in some form, you take the pen and you don't want to leave the phone anywhere lest you forget. So keep the phone also in the hand and pen also and start writing. Your handwriting is not original, is it not? Because it is influenced by the hold on the phone. If this is clear, exactly till such time our mind is identified with the body, the mind will think only in relation to the body. The influence of body identification will be seen in the mind, that the mind will think only in relation to that body. In the dream, we are not identified with the body. Therefore, in the dream, the mind doesn't think in relation to that body. All funny dreams come. One day, I was talking to some school children. One child asked me this question. "Swamiji, do you dream?" I said, "Of course I dream." "What type of dreams you get?" I said, "You tell me what types of dreams you get." "Swamiji, I get dream that there is heavy rains of chocolates." My child will think only about chocolates. I said, "I also get dream." "What dream?" I said, "I always get dream that I am giving lecture and people are sleeping." This I am doing again and again. So one day it so happened, I was going somewhere by car and because of traffic jam, car stopped. And on the roadside in India, you get, many beautiful things to look in, not unlike here. So one monkey charmer, he was playing with the monkey and showing the thing. And in India, we are never short of time. So many people around him. They have nothing to do, nowhere to go, all realize. So he took that monkey. He was dressed like a nice young man with the bow and shirt and everything and necktie and with the string in the hand and with the dambru, moving around, collecting the money, and then said, Gangaram, Gangaram, Roopmati se shadi karoge? And Gangaram is very happy. Yes, yes, yes. Again collect money. Then he took the second monkey, dressed like a female. And again moved, collected the money. And then to that lady monkey, he said, Roopmati, Roopmati, Gangaram se shadi karoge? Roopmati said, thu, 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 thu. And by the time this was going on, the traffic jam was through, we started moving. I finished my lecture, came home, ate, slept. I had a dream. Gangaram was giving lecture and Bhanumatis are listening. What relation? See, because in the dream, we are not identified with the body, so there is no thought pertaining to the body. And in deep sleep, we are not identified even with the modification of the mind. And therefore, in deep sleep, there are no thoughts. When there are no thoughts, you are nobody. When you are nobody and no thoughts, you are happy. And therefore, living ever cheerfully and happy is meditation. Don't struggle. Do this Padmasana and sit and mind को control कर रहा है. चित्तवृत्ति निरोधा होता ही नहीं. छोड़ो, leave it यार. Don't fight with your dumb mind. See, friends, first, discipline the mind. Second, educate the mind. Therefore, in Aparokshanubhuti, Bhagavan Shankaracharya gives 15 techniques of Nididhyasan. Nididhyasan means not meditation. Many people mistake that. Nididhyasan is commitment to the cause without compromise. Is Nididhyasan. The example given by Tulsidas ji in Ramcharitmanas, Lobhihi priya jibidam, like a greedy person is always thinking and talking about money. He cannot think about anything. Wherever he or she will go, money, money, money. In the same manner, the seeker of truth, in and through every experience, he gets the divine message. Every experience. Then you don't have to search for a guru. Everything is guru. Bhagavan Dattatreya in Bhagavad Mahapuran, it tells he has 24 gurus. Those who are daridri, they have got only one guru. Learn from everything in this world. The guru is in your heart. See, the other day, somewhere in New Zealand, where we are going, very nice drive, I told my friend, hey, stop for a moment. And I am always fond of taking nice pictures. So I stopped and took a picture of a tree. And the tree was without any leaves. Like, here also before spring began, all the trees were only barren, no leaf. So one isolated tree, so beautifully placed in that particular place, I took 2-3 shots from different angles. My friend said, Swami, how come you get interested in this? What is here? I said, don't say like that. He is my guru. He said, how come he is your guru? He is teaching me. What? Be attentive. So many leaves come, dance on the tree. When the time comes, all of them are dropped. The tree is the same. Again, next lot of leaves come, dance for some time, again they go away. Tree is the same. Is it not our story? The leaves of the childhood have come, dropped, we are the same. The leaves of teenage came, dropped, we are the same. The leaves of middle age has come, dropped, we are the same. This old body will be dropped, we are the same. Now, what meditation you wanted to tell me? You are not doing meditation. You are in meditation. Because you have not created anything through efforts, but you have uncovered, you have discovered yourself, which is already there. Therefore, when Upadeshsara says, na karmana na prajaya dhanena, meditation is not an action. Any act will begin, remain for some time, and disappear. When we don't understand this, we do meditation for half an hour, rest of the day frustration. See, a spiritual practice is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time preoccupation. Like a devotee is a devotee all the time. It is not only when he is before his God he is a devotee, after that he is a devotee. No. See, friends, therefore, we have to clearly understand this basic principle that meditation means living no more as the body, but living through the body. Meditation means no more living as the mind, but living through the mind. You can sit up there in the chair, no problem. Sit up there, it's okay. Don't suffer. Take permission from your wife. When I told him, he said no. She said, yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. What I see from here, you can't see from there. You are in meditation. Meditation is not a silent suffering. See? And such people who do this kind of funny meditation, they have got only questions about meditation. Now, whenever I sit for meditation, there are too many dirty thoughts come. Why? I said, because of meditation. Meditation produces dirty thoughts. Don't do meditation. Second type of question. Swamiji, we go to our ashram and there when we do meditation, I watch other people also, and when they do meditation, very peculiar thing happens. Some of them, when they sit for meditation, they'll be doing like this, like this, like this. What is that? It's called a jhatka meditation. See, friends, these are all the cartoons of meditation. First, clearly understand. Pranayam, if we are doing, for what? Pranayam is done only to separate the body and the mind from each other. Once this is done, then you don't require efforts. Effortlessness is the sign of living in meditation. When you are driving your car in earlier days, when you don't know how to drive the car, you learn. That time, what is your experience? Why the car is pulling to the left all the time? So that time the car is driving you. But now you have become expert. So one hand there is a phone, other hand there is a coke, the third hand there is instruction of the wife, fourth hand there is a traffic light, and yet everything goes effortlessly. See, those who have got a shift stick type of car, they don't think that they have to change the gear. They are so much attuned with the engine that the engine doesn't cough. When the required gear is required, automatically it goes. Exactly. So much effortless becomes our life. Spontaneity is the sign of abidance in truth. No struggle. Whenever we struggle, we are going the wrong way. There was one lady, she has entered the wrong side. And because they are always connected by the phone, so her husband phoned her. Hey, you are going on that road, I can see that there is one car which is going the wrong way, be careful. She said, no darling, not one car, all the cars are wrong side. Relax, relax, relax. So when we do pranayam, what happens? Now be attentive. We eat the whole day. There is no end to our eating. And when we eat all that, where will it go? It has three channels. One part of the food goes into building the tissues. Tissues are built by the digested, metabolized, assimilated food. Second part goes into providing energy for the body, muscles, bones, and nerves, etc. And the third part, which is unwanted, is discarded from the body. The discarded part, being matter, has three forms: solids, liquids, and gases. Solids are thrown through the fecal material, liquids are thrown through the urination, and the toxic gases, they keep on accumulating in our blood. Those toxins in the gaseous form, they saturate our blood. And as a result, because of saturation, now the toxins are thrown out of the blood. Now where can they be thrown? Wherever there is a space. The space is in the joints. Between the two bones, there is a space. There is, in some places, there is cartilaginous disc, and there is the synovial fluid, the liquid, the lubricant. All the toxins go and settle there. As a result, bone heads are eaten. The synovial fluid is dehydrated, and there is pain everywhere. Because those gaseous toxins we are not thrown out of our body. Therefore, when we do pranayam, I'll tell you how to do it. When you do pranayam, the purpose is these unwanted toxins are removed from the body. Second thing, these toxins act as stimulants for the mind to throw the thoughts. Otherwise, we don't want thoughts, but where from they come? Because the toxins are stimulating. See? Like suppose you are sitting somewhere and there is some small stone or something, very small. You sit on that. First, because of your biological padding, you don't realize. But after sitting for a longer period of time, then your weight becomes more, and then that thing start hurting you. So every now and then we'll say, what is that? Again we sit down. Again we do it. Why? There is pain there. Exactly the same way. These toxins, they act as stimulants for the mind, and the mind cannot remain quiet. One day one boy met me somewhere and he said, Swamiji, I want to ask you something. I said, before that, I want to ask you something. Are you having stomach problem, constipation? He suddenly held my feet. Swamiji, how do you know so detailed? I said, from your face. A person with a constipation has got a delightful face. Exactly the same way. When we have the constipation of the toxins, mind remains agitated. See, therefore, when we do, like we have to go twice, thrice a day for urination, 2-3 times to the toilet, in the same manner, at least twice a day, at least 5 minutes, you have to do deep breathing so that all the toxins are thrown out, but it is meant only for, don't forget the purpose, for loosening the body-mind attachment. And don't start teaching others. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to tell, I learned so many things from him. He used to tell, a sincere seeker of truth should never take the position of a guru. The day you become a guru, all the doors of wisdom are closed to you. Who can teach me? I know everything. No. Till the last breath of our life, we have to be in a learning mode. Then only we can save ourselves from ourselves. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. We are our enemy, we are our friend. If we start teaching others, we are our enemy. If we start learning from every experience, we are our good friend. Learn, learn, learn. There is no way out. So when we thus do this pranayam, slowly, slowly, the body and the mind slowly start separating. Be attentive. How do we know whether mind is separating from the body or not? To that extent, the frequency of thought eruption in the mind will be reduced. Presently, we have thousands of thoughts erupting per second. Our mind is like a poultry farm. All the time, going on. And if the mind is slowly separated from the body, to that extent, your mind will remain relatively quiet. Be attentive. Yoga tells you, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. We are not very much in favor of that. Why we should be afraid of the thoughts? Can I go to the doctor and tell, Doctor Sahab, when I open my eyes, I can see everything? Is it a problem? When my ears are open, I can hear everything. It's not a problem. In the same manner, if there are thoughts coming in the mind, why it should be a problem? On the contrary, if the thoughts do not come, then there is a problem. Thoughts is not the problem. Not knowing how to think is a problem. See? Kahari is not a problem. Problem is not knowing how to drive a car. See? Therefore, when the mind is relatively quiet, don't simply be happy with that. Now my mind is quiet. I can sit without movement anywhere, still, for 1 hour, 2 hours. Shushka kashtavat, like a dead post of wood standing there. What does it matter? And how long will you sit? See? Then don't get lost in chittavritti nirodha, then start playing meditation. Don't do meditation, start playing meditation. Now be attentive. In Panchadashi, it's very beautifully brought out. Dhyatru dhyane parityajya deyamevavashishyate. When the meditator and the meditation is dropped, what remains is Paramatma. Be attentive. Sounds we hear by the ears. Now, be aware of the silence, not the sounds. So when we give undue importance to the silence, then what happens? A little bit of sound is enough to upset us. Instead of that, go one step further. Sound we experienced, but the sound is against the silence. When we focus attention on the silence, sound becomes a competitor disturbing factor. Then what is to be done? Go one step further. Let there be sound, let there be silence. How does it matter? Your struggle will disappear. Let there be thought, let there be no thought. How does it matter? When there are waves, the ocean doesn't become rich. When there are no waves, the ocean is not poor. In the same manner, when there are thoughts, it makes no difference to me. When there are no thoughts, it makes no difference to me. I am ever the same. There are no efforts. Don't fight with the mind. When the thoughts come and go, who cares? Now, at this stage, if you observe, your body has become firm at the base. Vertically, your body has become steady. And your breathing has become very slow and shallow. This slow and shallow breathing is the sign that you are initiating the body and the mind separation. Here the mind enters the silence zone. Be very attentive. We have trained our mind, whenever it is in a silence zone, go to sleep. Therefore, many sincere seekers of truth, they are unable to hold their sleep. They don't want to sleep, but they just can't stop it. See? Therefore, here we have to start again initiating thinking. But this thinking will be of different type. Now this thinking will be, now we start playing meditation. If I am someone other than the body, what does it mean? Now your mind is engaged, not going to sleep, and not reacting to anything. Now it is inquiring. What does it mean when the I am other than the body? Engage the mind. So we will discover body has the shape, being other than the body means no form, no shape. So let us play formlessness, formlessness. When you play, defeat and victory is equal. Gain and loss is equal. Joy and sorrows are equal. Because you are not doing, you are just playing like an actor on the stage. So play meditation, meditation. Body has a birth, growth, death. Other than the body means no birth, no growth, no death. Is it not our experience? This unborn, unchanging, unending principle is our essential nature. Don't try to see anything. Don't try to label anything. This is a process of not getting anything, but losing everything. Like the space with the relation of sun and the earth, is called as north, east, west, south, etc. But when the space goes beyond the scope of this relationship between earth and the sun, the space loses all the directions and immaculate pure space remains. Exactly the same way. There is no gain, there is no achievement, there is no effort. Sthitva syam antakalepi brahma nirvana mrichyate. This has to happen only once in the lifetime. Thereafter, there is no need to repeat. Because finite alone can be repeated, infinite cannot be repeated. So in this practice of discovering oneself, Bhagwan Ravan Maharshi says, don't give importance to anything other than the self. All other things are okay in its own place. And for this, you all know many pranayams, but the simplest way is do only deep breathing. First of all, squeeze your stomach inside upward and then breathe out fully. Then slowly breathe in, fill in the stomach, which will bulge, and then fill in the chest, which will expand. Don't hold the breath. Then slowly breathe out from the chest and then from the stomach by squeezing the stomach inside upward. And this can be done very slow. And the precaution to be taken is that the time required for breathing in and breathing out should be equal. But don't count 1, 2, 3, 4. You will create mind. Don't create the mind. For that, it is easier when your back is straight. With a crooked back, your breathing will be hampered. Back, neck, head in a straight line, and some psychological adjustments. Number one, we are cheerful and happy. A miserable person can never do anything in life. Second adjustment, in our heart is our beloved Lord and Guru Maharaj. Third, at this moment, we are nobody, meaning our total past is dropped. We are like the factory settings, no downloads of the past at all. Nobody. We don't plan what we will do after meditation. So, no future. Now we are in the utter present. Now, slowly do this deep breathing few times as we have told you. First breathe out and slowly breathe in and do deep breathing. Now let the breathing happen. No thoughts are erupting. Great masters, although they speak, their silence is intact. Although they sleep, their samadhi never breaks. To the extent body disidentification happens, to that extent mind remains quiet. Mind needs a reference point for thoughts. And the reference point has always been the body. When we dropped this identification, because of absence of the reference, mind doesn't produce any thoughts. But our goal is not this. To come to recognize that thoughts originate only because of body identification. And we have to live with body identification. So, with this understanding, when we live, we don't give the thoughts a value of reality. Like the waves on the surface of the ocean. They don't exist, they only appear. Similarly, the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, they don't exist, they only appear. We have to simply remain indifferent to any thought. There is nothing like good and bad thoughts. Once we discover the substratum of the thoughts, then thoughts make no difference to us. Let them come and go, who cares? Like the ocean doesn't care for the waves. Maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day will slowly increase the stamina and our life will become cool. Give it a try. Take deep breath 2 or 3 times and see how the body is included in the mind. Move your toes and fingers. Now the concept that I am inside the body and the world is outside the body has become real. And our samsara begins. offer this at the feet of the Lord and empty yourself. Get up without any concepts developed. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.